What's up YouTube, it's your boy Yannick. I want to welcome you back to the Scent Style channel, the channel where we pair scents and style. Also on the channel we talk about cologne reviews and various men's lifestyle subjects such as self-care, dating and fashion. Now if you're new to the channel, I want to ask that you like, comment, subscribe and hit the bell so that way you know when the next video drops. Without further ado, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Now, I know you all saw the headline, right? Fragrances that YouTube made me buy. These are fragrances that I had no idea about, that I heard from certain influencers that they were good, and then I had to go out and get my nose on them. Some of them I sampled, some of them they were a blind buy, and all of them I'm not disappointed that I got them. So without further ado, let's jump into the list. First fragrance on the list that was hyped a lot by this influencer, and you all know her, she's gorgeous. Her name is Demi Rolling, and it is Parfums de Marley, Layton. This scent right here makes so many of her lists, and if you smell it, you know why. This fragrance is sexy, it's seductive, it's sweet, it's fresh, and it's one of my more exclusive fragrances. And this is sandalwood, apple, lavender, vanilla, and a whole bunch of sexiness just mixed up together. I reach for this one whenever I'm getting dressed up. When I first heard about Parfums de Marley Layton from her, I went out and I got myself a 2ml decant, and immediately I was in love with this fragrance right here. This fragrance right here is worth the hype. And Demi, if you ever see this, thanks for putting me onto this. Number 2 on the list, we have Gucci Guilty Black. Now, there's nothing too exciting about this fragrance. It is a woody, spicy aromatic, very aquatic, but it is really, really nice. The performance on this is not that great either. I get between 4 to 5 hours of performance and about an hour, hour and a half so of projection, but it's a really nice skin scent. And this one I picked up because it made Redolesscence's top 10 most complimented fragrances, and that was just recently. And I know Steven over at Redolesscence, he has a ton of fragrances, so for him to say this made his top 10, I had to go out and give it a try, and this was a blind buy. I'm not excited about getting it, but at the same time, I'm not disappointed that I got it because it is really nice. Third on the list, we have Paco Rabanne, 1 Million Lucky. Now if you guys know this one, you all know this is a flanker to the already famous Paco Rabanne 1 Million. This one, you take a little bit of hazelnut, a little bit more vanilla, put it into that Paco Rabanne 1 Million DNA, and this is what you get. The sexy, seductive, vanilla, hazelnut type of vibe. And on the dry down, you get a slight hint of Nutella. And here you guys follow the fragrance community. You all know Big Bear B, he hyped the shit out of this one. And rightly so, because this thing, it is so beautiful. This is gourmand, it is delicious, it's modern. It's what the modern young man would wear these days. This one is a head turner, so I want to thank Big Bear B for putting me onto this right here. Up next, coming in at number 4, we got Valentino Intense. This is another one that Big Bear B put me onto. This is like a makeup bag. Sweet, sexy, irisy type of Coca-Cola type of vibe. For all of you guys that enjoy Christian Dior Homme Parfum, this is very similar to that. And you guys are gonna love this very, very much. This fragrance right here, I use it mainly when I'm in full elegance mode. Number 5 on the list, we have Pophomes Vintage Xbatch. Now, if you guys didn't know, Xbatch is a cross between Dior Sauvage and the already famous Creed's Aventus. This scent right here is beautiful, fellas, as we have that mixture of vanilla, pineapple, blackcurrant, and ambroxan. This is a compliment bomb right here. This one here was a blind buy after Steven from Redolesscence reviewed it, and he was spot on with this one. I'm not disappointed that I blind buy this right here, and this is blind buy worthy. The only problem though, this is Xbatch Intense. So this is the intense version, and the regular version to me performed way better than the intense version. That's the only problem I have with this one. But other than that, it's a very, very, very beautiful scent. So if you know you're meeting a girl for a first date where it's just gonna be like an hour and a half just to grab coffee or grab drinks, this, you won't go wrong with this. I won't suggest wearing this to like a club or a bar where you're gonna be there for 3-4 hours. Number 6 on the list, we have Mugler's Pure Malt. And the first time I heard about this, it wasn't from a fragrance reviewer, but it was from a man who has a lifestyle channel called Real Men, Real Style, and it is Mr. Sendeno. So I want to thank you for putting me onto this right here. And if I butchered your name, I apologize. After he spoke about it, the first time I smelled this was at the mall, and I was in love with this. But I wasn't in love with it enough to pay full retail for it. So a few years later, when I saw it came across on eBay, from a trusted seller that I always buy from, I pulled the trigger and I got this here at around $55. And let me tell you, I am not disappointed at this buy at that price. This is a boozy Tonka scent right here. Very, very nice. At number 7 on the list, we have Versace Dylan Blue. This is a sweet, fresh, shower gel type fragrance, and this thing gets compliments. Wear this to the office, wear this when you're running errands, wear this when you're getting groceries. You could even wear this on date night. This thing is that versatile, fellas. The influencer that put me onto this right here was Jeremy Fragrance. And say whatever y'all want about Jeremy Fragrance, that dude knows his shit. And this one is well worth the hype. I don't care if you hate it, I don't care if you like it. It does what it does, and that is, it pulls compliments. Up next, we have a fragrance on the list touted by Kevin Samuels, who I heard this one from, and he said that this fragrance is the best designer fragrance on the market. Now, although I don't totally agree with him, this is one of the best, and it is Acqua di Gio Profumo. Incense and patchouli with that Acqua di Gio DNA, sign me up. And thank you so much, Kevin, for putting me onto this right here, because this is really, really nice. Sexy, masculine, serious CEO type of vibe, and that's because of the incense that's in here. Incense makes it really smoky. Well, not really smoky, a little smoky, but it is very fresh. Number 9 on this list of YouTube made me buy this is Bentley for Men Intense. And Ash over at Jensense, he's the one that put me onto this right here. This is sexy, it's boozy, it's mature, it's not for little guys running around in hoodies. It is for the man who's wearing a blazer, who's successful, driving his luxury cars. That's who would wear this right here. That's who could appreciate this right here. It does last a really, really, really long time, and I see myself wearing this to nightclubs, to lounges, to bars, or even out on date night. But you gotta go lighter with this here if it's date night. And up next on the list we have the Blazing Mr. Sam by Penhaligon's, and this is from their Portraits line. This thing is sexy and it's masculine. And the first time I heard about this right here, it wasn't from a fragrance reviewer, but it was from Husley over at Teaching Men's Fashion. And he spoke about this here recently in one of his fragrance videos. This fragrance here was a blind buy for me, and I must say that I am impressed with the quality, the performance, and the scent profile of this scent right here. It is very masculine, slightly boozy, and a lot of cinnamon in this right here. It is unique for sure, and it is a strong performer. So when you wear this, you gotta pay attention to how many sprays you're going with. All right guys, there it is for the list of 10 fragrances that YouTube made me buy. If you liked the video, found it informative, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so that way you know when the next video drops. And share it. It helps the channel out a lot. As always, I'm Yannick. Thanks so much for visiting Sense of Style. Stay safe and peace guys.